Hello and welcome back to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. Today is a Saturday. It is the 5th of April. It feels pretty rare that I actually give out the date. We're moving along towards the quote-unquote future past, however you want to look at it. Unfortunately for today, for me anyways, Rutan is not available, so I'm going to be playing solo, which is why in the bottom right of your screen, you'll note that it is the 20th of September 1939. So we've gone back in time, in order to get another one of these scenarios off of my extremely long list. And unfortunately, it's kind of short notice, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to try and go and bug anybody, see if I could find somebody to play this. So, this scenario is Best of Friends 14. It is Cocktails for Molotov. This is actually a reprint of a different, or of the same scenario, but from a different publisher. Originally, this came from, in 2008, from Friendly Fire. Friendly Fire were, I think they're defunct now. I don't think they've made anything in, like, at least 8 to 10 years. Um, Anyways, they were a group that would make one scenario pack a year, I believe. And they were pretty regular at it. I think they have 12 scenario packs, something along those lines. And then they just stopped. I don't quite know why. More because I haven't looked into the history of it, rather than if there was like some secret reason or whatever. Anyways, so this comes from Friendly Fire Pack 4. It has the same name, but it has the handle or the ID number FRF27. And it is now BoF-14. Why? Because at some point MMP contacted or got in touch with Friendly Fire and started pulling all of the best scenarios that they had, that MMP judged anyways, into two packs now. No clue if they'll ever do a third, but there are two packs called Best of Friends. So Best of Friends 1 and Best of Friends 2. The one I'm playing today is technically the BoF-14, the second version. I think it just has like one change, but it's nothing major. Yeah, we'll see just how well or poorly I can do against myself here. A couple things to note in this scenario. First off, I do have snipers that I keep forgetting to put on from time to time, so hopefully that's not going to be a major issue here. ELR for the poles is a 3, and their SAN is also a 3. Pretty nice. I guess I'll put sniper in the middle there. And the Russians have an ELR 3 and SAN of 2. And I think technically I might have to do here 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah. So there's a legal spot because there's 6 targets within 6 hexes. Technically 7, but whatever. I can fulfill the 6 and 6 requirement, so I don't have to worry about that. Let me just remember to put this information in here. So we'll have the Russians be the axis here. There. Kind of wish that was like the one. I kind of wish someone would. Maybe I'll bug Doug and see if he can change that instead of Axis versus Allied ELR. Considering that doesn't really apply to pre World War II, and when you have something like this where it's technically Allies versus Allies. Anyways, so this scenario, it's an interesting scenario. 2 full map boards, 5 turns, so it's relatively fast. But you have to cross a lot of distance. So the poles have to set up in hexes numbered 8 or less. Unfortunately, I don't quite know what that's supposed to mean. What I mean by that is if you set up in hexes 8 or less, you can technically set up in this bottom half of, or bottom 75% of board 23, or you can set up in the top 75% of board 51. So it does not specifically state what board, and because of that, it's a little annoying. You could probably do a split thing, maybe. I don't know. It just, to me, it bugged the heck out of me. And because I wasn't sure, I just set up in the top board instead. Additionally, they get 3 roadblocks. They're technically hidden right now because the Soviet side can't or shouldn't be able to see where they are. And I tried to set up accordingly that I would not know where they are. The Russians on their side have 7 vehicles that they start with, 7 tanks. One of them is a BT-7A, so it has a 76 short gun, which is going to be really dangerous. Everybody else has the usual fare of 45L and machine guns. And then the Russians get a bunch of reinforcements on turn 1. They come in on the south edge. They all come in as passengers of trucks. There is one issue here. I'm not quite sure if maybe I'm going insane or not. And this is probably a good time for me to check just so I can make sure here, and we all go down this route together. So my understanding, for whatever reason, is that an SMC is worth 1 PP in terms of transportation. A squad is 10, half squad is 5, and then support weapons are whatever support weapons state they are. And the reason why this is important is because in the way that it's given at the start of this scenario, it would mean that there is 1 portage point too many for what exists, for what is available for the Russians, and yet you can only enter as passengers. So, not quite sure. Let's see if I can check in loading, maybe. Man, where is squad? I just need a spot that tells me how much a squad is worth for size. Oh, okay, there we go. So for passenger purposes, a squad equals 10 pp, a half squad crew is 5, and 4 or less SMC is 0. Okay, well, just means I gotta swap 1 machine gun around. Not really the end of the world, but we'll live with it. Cool. So that dilemma is out of the way, and I'm glad that I can take the time to look it up. This is why I try not to assume too many things, or at least if I make assumptions, I will try to check the rulebook and make sure I get it right. SSRs for this scenario. So EC is moderate, no wind at start, kindling is not applicable. The Polish side has Molotov capability, which I have to try and remember that. Reason for that is that Polish, or that Molotovs is a +4 firepower if thrown against infantry. And obviously it's just great against vehicles themselves. At the start of rally phase of Polish player turns 1, 3, and 4, the Polish player makes a dice roll and adds the current turn number. The result determines which reinforcement group enters on that turn. So there's a bunch of potential reinforcements that the Poles can get, which is pretty neat. You can get the same group multiple times on different turns, so it doesn't. You're not limited to once one effect once. However, pretty sure there's at least one of them that is not going to happen more than once, but we'll see. Truck without passengers may not move into a new hex, so you can't cheese with Russian trucks and drive them around and kind of do some shenanigans. If they don't have people in them, they can't move. No unit may start the game concealed, hence why everybody is unconcealed right now. I assume this also applies for units off board, so I treated it that way. After Polish setup, the Russian player places 2 burning BT-5 M34 Rex in any road hexes within 2 hexes of any Polish unit. So I've done that here over in L5 on board 51 and W5 on the same board. Reason for this is that both of them are orchard hexes and they fulfill the requirements. So They're gonna, hopefully the blaze will spread to the orchard, which is connected terrain, at least as far as I'm aware. Um, should be connected anyways because it's in hex and all that. Or at least it'll have a way easier time to spread to that orchard versus if it was in, say, U6 trying to spread to U5, where that is not going to happen until there are gusts. I'm just going to save my game here before in case anything happens, so I don't have to redo all of this setup. And then we can get on with the show. So yeah, the poles have the objective for this scenario is that the poles must must prevent the Russians from getting into two buildings. Now, curiously, the way it's written here, so it says victory condition: the Russians win at the end of any game turn if City Hall building, 51U3, and or the military headquarters, which is building 51M2 on the left, each contains two or more armed good order Russian non-crew squad equivalents. So it's a lot of words to say. You just need to have two of like your regular squads essentially to be in a building to win. Now, the reason why I'm confused on this one is just because it says and or um, for the victory, and then each contain two or more. So I guess you can just get away with being in one building. Um, yeah, so we'll see. It also means that you can kind of sneak into a building, and as long as the Polish side can't push you out on that same turn, it's game over. So there's an incentive to really be aggressive on defense for the Poles. And the Russians, well, if they can survive movement, then they should be able to make it through. We'll see. Anyways, that's a whole bunch of chat to say we're ready to go. So, no weather change. Rally phase, I've got nothing I want to do. Prep fire phase, I also have nothing to do. And all my tanks start in motion, so I might as well move them first and see what the heck is going on. I should also point out that the vehicles outside of one of them, so the BT-7A has a radio, nobody else does, so they all have to use platoon movement. That's hopefully going to not impact the Russian strategy too much, but we'll see. So first things first, I'm gonna move. Actually, you know what? Before I forget, I'm going to get a movement point counter here going. Let's just copy this. Can I copy this? Clone is the other clone button. Cool. This way I don't mix this up with anybody here, which is something I always worry about when I have these things. Cool. So we'll do the armored cars on the left side first. They are moving on roads, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really have anything to do with those guys, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14. Now, the Poles really only have something I should point out here. The Poles have 2 DCs and an MMG. That's it. Similarly, the Russians only have 2 LMGs, so everybody's kind of... There's not a lot of support weapons to work with here. Pretty sure that last one was 14. So it's something to consider because if your machine gun breaks instantly or the DCs don't work, it's going to be really hard to try and push or do anything without them. So I think my opportunity here might be to wait at least once more. So I'll go 15. That is side. Yeah, as I pay the 15 and get into Q10, MMG is gonna open up on that armored car. That should be a hit because there's no size modifiers. I've seen it for 2, so it'll be a motion +1. So it should just be a +3. 2 kill is not enough, and that is not good enough for rate of fire either. I will then turn for 16 and then stop them for 19 and stop. Oops. Let's change the value back to 0. There. Similarly, I'm going to have these tanks over on this side are going to drive up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, and then stop for 12. Then over on the right side here, I'll go with the 2 remaining BT5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with a turn, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 9, and then I think I'm going to turn once for 10 and then stop for 11. I think that's the best thing I can do for now. And then this Joker. What do I want to do with him? Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, stop for 10. And now the trucks. Trucks have 25 movement points, so I get to move them quite a bit here. There's not really any line of sight for anything over here, so I think the idea I have is I'm gonna push on the right side. I don't actually know if I can see. Can I see this? No. Okay, that's what I thought. Perfect. All right. So truck 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Unloading is half, or is it 3/4? Pretty sure it's half. Oh, it's 1/4. Okay. So I'm there for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, stop 15, unload 24. Yeah, 24, and then they're good. And do I want to do the same thing for everybody else? Might as well. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. As I get here, I'm going to try something really stupid here. Can I shoot that? I can. It's a 2 firepower. Pretty sure I'd get the wall for +2, but it is non-assault movement, so it's a pin task check, I believe, which I'm not sure if it affects anybody in there. Can passengers get a pin task check? Not now, Duolingo. Passenger. Nope, not what I wanted. Passengers. Does it say pin test check? No. Pin test check. Pin. Target status. No. Unloading. Oh, okay, so you can be pinned. You can have a pin passer. All right, well, leader, squad, they're all fine because of leader modifier, which I assume exists as passengers. May be used to direct the fire. Yeah, if you can direct the fire, you should be able to. Yeah, crew exposed may provide leader MF bonus, a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, no, he can use it. Cool. So they get there for whatever it is, and then they'll stop and then get out. That might impart residual. I think you count the wall or whatever. It might actually just be more pin test checks. Yeah, I think that's more pin test checks. Middle guy's pinned. Pretty sure I'm doing this correct. Middle guy's pinned. He goes to the bottom. Cool. Well, I wasn't really expecting that out of a green squad, but huzzah. And then the group with the commissar 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 14, stop 15, and then 24, get out. I think that makes the most sense here. Because then I can start pushing on these guys. I think that's it for movement. Defensive, honestly, there's just no shots. Maybe this 457 could do something on these guys, but probably not because the wall. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. Don't think this guy has a shot. This guy doesn't have a shot. This guy would be... No, that's got to be blocked. Yeah, I don't think anybody has shots. So we go to advanced fire phase, which I won't have any. Mostly because all these machine gun shots are going to be low. Gun shots will just be bad. And I'd rather save them. Save any good rolls for later. One thing that does happen, though, is the blazes and checking to see if they spread. So we'll do the left one first and then the right one. So left, right. The right absolutely will spread to the hex itself. Also, I need to flip that to a flame. Yeah, so you just use the EC, and then Orchard is a 9. Even if it wasn't considered directly attached, it would still, yeah, it would still spread because moderate. The fact that it's moderate outside changes that dynamic. Can I get a 125 here? Nope, not what I was looking for. I'm looking for the other way around. 80, there we go. That's fine. Cool. So I get one flame, which is bad in the sense that once that starts to spread, that orchard could potentially go to the stone buildings and essentially cut off these guys' retreat if they choose to do that anyways. Yeah. Cool. Route phase, nobody broke. Advances. Advances, I get to try and get some motion here. So I think I'm going to have these guys jump into buildings. And these guys, I'm going to be very risky and go into Z10. Because either these guys stay and take 45 Ls and machine guns, or they try and take out 2 squads. And I'm fine with those odds. That'll be it for advanced, no CC. We go to Polish turn 1, weather, no change. Rolling everybody's... actually, that's not true. We go to heavy winds. Dang. Wind. Heavy winds. And we get random direction of the wind. According to sniper, we'll use... Well, it doesn't really matter. 5. So wind is in that direction. Right, it's direction versus if it's... Oh, wind force. Huh. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be super interesting. Oh, shit. Huh. Okay. So, there's going to be some stuff regarding that. I just needed to confirm here. Is that towards or if mild breeze, roll die to determine wind direction. The resulting number corresponds to the direction the wind is blowing. Yeah, okay, blowing 2. So it has to go... So I rolled 5, so it's pointing southwest. Cool, this is going to have a lot of ramifications for the Poles. So turn 1, we get the Polish players' reinforcements or potential reinforcements here. So we're going to roll 1 die. It is a 6. They will get... DR plus current turn number. So they get a 228, or sorry, 227 half squad green. They can set up in any good order Polish leader, with any good order Polish leader, or enter along the east edge. I'm gonna be honest, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna set them up with the 8-1. So he gets a 227. And then, do I need to... I don't need to roll. Cool. So now that there's 2 227s, I'm going to recombine them. So I will get rid of the 227 that just appeared so that I can make a full 437 squad. I don't have anything else to do in rally phase. This is kind of one of those linchpins. I kind of wish I had a way to pull people quickly. I think I'm going to take this risk. I don't have any... There's no motion on the left side, so I can pull all these guys back as the Polish player, which isn't really a bad thing, unless I choose to re-embark one of the trucks, which I could technically do, but I don't think is necessarily the option here. So yeah, I think I will take the 8 up. Is that an up 1 or up 2? Up 1. 6 on 8 should be a 1 check, I believe. So guy is pinned. Top guy is pinned. Other guy breaks. Doesn't ELR. Pretty sure he doesn't ELR. No. Doesn't ELR, but these guys are now prepped. And is there anything else for me to do? I could be very gutsy here and try to take out a vehicle. isn't very tough armor for these BT5s. And I stand to get at least something this turn. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to use the MMG, no leader directed, to shoot at the tank in R10. It is a hit no matter what. No effect. I do have rate. I will shoot a second time. It will be a hit. No effect. Dang. The leader did not direct, so he gets to move. I don't think I have any other preps to do. So movement phase. In the movement phase, this 8-1 leader is going to get the hell out of dodge. He'll go to R7 for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guy with a DC is going to declare CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guy in L8 will go to M8 for 1 and then N7 for 3. J8 will bypass 1 and into L8 for 3 total. This guy with the DC also going to CX 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang, 5. These guys will CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't go full 8 because of greens. Or at least pretty sure. No, it's conscripts, I think, that are penalized. So maybe I can get to 8 for J4. I don't really want to move either of these two guys. I think they're good for cannon fodder. These guys really are just kind of protection for some stuff. Yeah. I will... Actually, no, you know what? I can wait, so it doesn't matter. That is it for movement. Defensive fire phase. Let's see what kind of damage I can do here. So first and foremost, not taking a shot with these guys because that's kind of a waste. This is open, but 8 up 4? Probably not worth it. Okay, so tank in Y10 is going to shoot at W7. Okay. Well, that's just an instant crit, which is fantastic. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's a +3, which means it's a down 3 instead, and doubled firepower. So 45L is a 5, goes to 10. And then the 7 is reduced to a 4. So 4 on 10 is a 3 morale check. They break. That is a fantastic start to some shooting. So hopefully I can keep that up. I won't be able to keep that up. Oh, that's going to be a problem. That is very much going to be a problem for him. That sucks. Okay. Cool. So that happens. Yeah, that's a huge problem for him. That is the kind of the worst that could possibly happen, actually. I have to route a different way with that guy now. Cool. Tank in I-10 is going to shoot at Y8. Definitely not, and I will break the gun. So main armament malfunctioned. Tank in Q10 is going to shoot at R8. That'll be a hit no matter what. Because it's +3 for building. +3 for building because it's stone. +1 for being button up is going to bring that to a 9. And then distance will bring that back down to an 8. I need an 8 to hit. IFT, no effect. Going to link these first like a smart person. Then I will try the same idea from R10 to R8. The exact same thing, essentially twice. So that's cool. Give you Italian colors for some reason. Armored car in, what is it? R9 is going to try and shoot at P8. No success, but I will get an acquisition, which is really the only point here. Is just kind of to flood the entire area with acquisitions. I don't have any other. Yeah, so Q10 armored car, shoot at the MMG. It is a 6 up 4, 1 for the tank being in the way. Actually, it's up 5. So 1 for the tank being in the way, button up, and 3. So plus 5, which definitely will miss. I do have rate of fire, so let's put the counter down first. I do have rate of fire, so we'll take a second shot. I will get a hit. Let's do the effect first. 7 on a 5 is a pin task check on them. I also got rate of fire again. So pin task check, they are pinned, which is really bad because now I can't get out of there. Sniper activates. Sniper goes. 3-1. The closest. Yeah, nobody's open. It would technically pick these guys, but there's no valid target, so it has to go to F9. So random selection hits the leader. Leader wound. No. Or he's not dead, but he's wounded. That's a bummer. Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. That's not true. I have these guys in the road that I completely forgot about. So the sniper goes there. I am saved by a pin task check from one turn ago. I am going to then shoot with the armored car again. It will not be a hit. No effect. Okay, that was eventful. Yeah, I think the only other option I have here, DD10 is going to shoot at the green guy in front of him. No. But similarly, I will get an acquisition. We'll give him the American one. I don't think I have any other shots I want to take, so we'll go to the advanced fire phase. I will have none as the Polish side here. It's just not really worth it, so not going to do anything there. However, one big problem is the change in weather here. So the change in weather is a big problem for the Poles now. So in heavy winds, if the wind force is heavy winds, fire from a terrain blaze spreads automatically to burnable terrain in the 3 adjacent downwind hexes as a flame, and cannot spread at all to the other 3 adjacents, those that are considered upwind. Fire from a wreck blaze spreads automatically to burnable terrain in its location, and smoke has no effect in scenarios while heavy winds are in effect. And then the only wind force does not affect fire spreading from within a building, so we don't have to worry about that. Not yet, anyways. Anything else? Yeah, okay, cool. So, what that means is there is now a flame automatically in L5. There is a second flame that will exist in W5, and does a fire automatically become a blaze? That is a big question. I think, yeah, I think it just becomes doing the spreading fire stuff. Cool, 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 cool. I don't think there's anything else here I have to check outside of the flame that already existed in W5. it does not become a blaze because orchard is a 9. Yeah, and I don't think, what's the actually that's a great question. Terrain Kindle number for orchard is 11. Yeah, I don't have that yet. But once that starts to happen, essentially this orchard spreads to V4 and W6. This will spread to K6 and L6. So it really becomes a problem as to how much fire is going to spread. Pretty sure I'm not messing that up. And then if there's gusts, that'll make things even worse. So yeah, should be fun. Gonna have fun. Yeah, terrain blaze, brick blaze automatically spreads. Unfortunately, couldn't do bypass on the tiny roads. Yeah. Cool. Pretty sure I've done that right. Route phase. There is one route that can happen. We'll take off our preps and DMs. Our defensives. So the guy in W7 can technically ignore his own building, but has to go to the next building, the next closest option. So I think my only real one here is go W6 and then continue to X5 and then Y5 for 6. Unless I just stick in... Nah, I'll just go to Y5. Similarly, Z10 is just going to stay where he is. I don't have any real good spot to go, and I already know that this 1 hex is open ground to this guy. So I'm not going to bother. Advances. Well, the polls don't really... It's kind of tough to decide here. I think I'm going to have this squad in Y8 go to X7. Because I need to bring him back and defend this. The leader in T4 will go to T3. CX guy in R5 is going to go to S5. The gang over in J4 is going to go to K4. He's going to stay where he is. This green is going to go to 08. This green in P8 will go to Q9. Acquisition will follow him. Because I want to try and Molotov this. Is there anything else? I think that might be it. Because I need people to guard avenues of approach here. There are no CCs, so we'll go to Russian turn 2. Weather, no change. We'll take off our pins here. Rally phase. I'm going to try and self-rally the broken guy. Don't get it. I don't think there's anything else but a malfunction that I will repair. Damn. All right. And this guy loses. Damn. Prep fire phase. Prep fire. We're going to go back to shooting with a lot of tanks here. So we'll do a hard one first. Armored car in Q10 is going to try and blast at that. He'll break his gun, which is unfortunate. R10 will take the same shot. That should be a hit. So it's plus 4, down 2, I believe. So 10, yeah, 10 down to 8. Flips that, so it is a hit. IFT, damn. Okay, well, I used the TEM on the 2 hits, so the effect is just direct. It's a 45L, which is a 5 firepower, which means that is a K2. So he is halved and takes a 2 morale check, which will break him. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted. I do have rate of fire, so I will take a second shot because I'm going to be a jerk. I will get a hit and no effect on the second shot. Now, the tank in Q10 is going to shoot machine guns first into Q9. So it is an 8 up 3. No effect. I will then shoot the cannon. Also get no effect, but I will get an acquisition. Or sorry, that's just a -1. Cool. Armored car in, what is that, R9 is going to take that shot. Unfortunately... Oh, there's only one hindrance. So it's a +5. Yeah, +5 down 1. So no, I will flip it. I do get a second shot. So it's still a +5. So it goes to a 10, but is -2. So I will hit. 5 on 5 is a 1 check. He breaks. Okay, so now that's a huge problem for them. All right. Tank in Y10 is going to try and blast X7. Nope. But we'll get the acquisition. And then tank in I10 will try to shoot at Z8. Also no, but I get acquisition. There. I did not get rate on either of them. I could shoot some machine guns, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it unless I get doubled. So, yeah. Is there any... Oh, right. Tank in DD10. Definitely a hit. Sniper doesn't activate. So, that being a hit, no rate of fire, which is unfortunate, but because it's a 3, goes up by 4, it's a 7, down 1, it's a 6. It is not a critical, which is good for the polls. It is a 76mm gun, though, so it is on 14 firepower. 7 on 14, 2 morale check. They are broken. There's a huge problem in this defensive line now. So, how do we survive this as the polls? We probably don't. Do I have any other shots I want to do? No. Movement phase. In the movement phase, I don't have anybody that can play smoke, which is really... that sucks. But I can still charge stuff and try to push out. So, first things first, squad in G9 is going to not declare CX. I don't think I need to CX here. So they'll jump the wall into G10. And I think I'll take the 4 down 2. 5 on 4 is a 1 check. They break. They do not ELR. But that's a bummer. Squad in Z10 is going to assault move to Z9. I'm going to take a shot again with Z8. So it's a 4 down 1. Ouch. 3 on 4, 2 morale check. They also break. Not my day with these guys. Okay. There's a 2 residual and a 2 residual. I'm going to have one squad here declare CX. They will go to D9 for 1, into DD10 for 2, DD9 for 3, and this guy will shoot because I don't really have anything better to do. Man, come on. That will be 2 residual, dead squad, because it's 1 on 4. Yeah, like, if I lose this, it'll strictly be because I just, like, immediately lost all my squads. My tanks did really well, but my squads all did poorly. Okay. Squad in E9 is going to go to E10 for 1. Into CC10 for 3. And then CC9 for 4. This guy will take a second shot. I'm rolling as well as this is insane. Oh, man. K2. Yep. So half squad and broken. I should not be able to roll this well on greens. Squad with the LMG is going to go to BB10, AA10 for 3 total, and then AA9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't reach them. I think I'll take a shot with Z8 first. It's a 4 down 2, 6 on 4 normal, and he breaks himself. Come on. I'm seriously just gonna lose every squad in the dumbest way possible. That's unbelievable. Fuck it. I mean, there's no other squads. He'll final protective. He'll break himself, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, just wow. Okay. I have work to do here, so how do I want to split this? This 8-1 will go 1, 2, 4. As he gets there, this guy will shoot at him. You've got to be kidding me. It's a K1, so he takes a wound. He's fine. And then he takes a 1 check and he breaks. Yeah, just wow. Okay, I mean, I guess, like... Alright. Well, I've got a commissar. So commissar will go 1, 2, 4. Let's see if I can fix something here, because otherwise that's game. That's so dumb. Oh man. Defensive fire phase. None really. I mean, I don't. Everybody else broke. I don't know who else can even shoot. This guy can't reach, even if I wanted to. That's probably it. I do see this roadblock now, so I guess that's something. Pretty sure that'll be it. Advanced fire phase. I won't have anything because everybody broke. Literally everybody broke. God. Yeah, advanced fire phase. None. So this automatically creates another flame. Roll for the flame that's there. Nothing happens to the orchard. Same over here. There will be 1 more flame. And then there are 2 flames to roll. I won't get either. That's it for advancing. Routes. Routes is a friggin' mess here. So, attacker first. So, this guy can't see him. And he's equidistant. So, he's going to route to where the commissar is. These 2 guys in the road route to the commissar. And I think, yeah, he can't see him. Yeah, I don't know if I can keep going that way. He can't route to him because he sees him. So we'll route him back there. And I guess technically that he has to route there, so. I think that's it for the Russians. The Poles, I mean, there's no sense keeping them around at all. So, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. And then these guys have to route. Hey, come on. 2. And this guy has to drop the medium machine gun. And he will also route. Actually, you know what? He'll join him. Make it easy on myself here. Advances, none. Everybody friggin' blew themselves up there. No CC, absolutely not. We go to Polish turn 2. No weather change. They do not get reinforcements on turn 2. Something to keep in mind. Which seems very strange, but hey, that's how it is. And we got a bunch of rally phase actions here. I'm going to go for the one guy that's not DM'd. I will not get it. All the DMs will come off on their side. Over on the Russian side of things, there is a Commissar. Commissar gets to 1, buff the morale by 1, and does not count DM. So I need a 9. You know what? Fuck this leader anyways. I didn't need him. An 8. I'm rallying in friendly terrain. I did not count that. I will get him back. And 8, same idea. I get it only because of I'm in a building. Everybody else stays the way they are. Repair. Alright, well that's fair. Yeah. Polish turn 2 prep fire. I mean, I might as well do Forp 1. It's a Pintash check, so nothing happens. Is there anything else for me to do? Not really. I think I just need to get some guys out of the way here. So movement phase. This leader will go 1, 3, 5, 6. Squad with the DC is going to assault move into T5. Stack with the leader over here will bypass 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I could just go in. Nah, I'll just go in there instead. So I'll go to N3 for 4 and then 6 to O3. This green squad can pay 3 to get into M7. I'm not going to bother with 08, so 1, 2, 3. And that'll be that. I'm going to have to hope that doesn't bite me in the ass later. Defensive fire phase. Do I even have any defensive to do? I mean, I guess I do technically have Y10. We'll shoot. Alright. That will break his gun. Very swingy on these cannons. A lot of breaks. I know they're break 11, but, you know. Yeah, everybody else kind of not really any shots I can do here. I could take a shot here, but that seems like a waste. Or just bait, really, more than anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. Advanced fire phase, none. Poles just don't have anything to shoot at or shoot with. So, Flame 1 does not spread. Flame 2 does not spread. There are now 3 flames there. Same over here. There's now 4 flames because because the blaze, puts another. So 1, 2, 3. One of them will go away. Is there anything else here? I'm pretty sure that's it. Routes. I've got this DM guy gets to run into A10. Because why not? That's pretty much it. Advances. This green squad in R6 will go into S7. This squad in M7 goes to N7. The squad with a DC will go to O2, and the leader will join them. I gotta try and get him around. 8-1 leader will go to Y5, where Broken Guy is. And I don't really want to move this guy to give him a shot for free, so that'll be it, I think. No CC, we go to turn 3 for the Russians. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe there's a play where you just take a truck and you just, you know, after the tanks kind of drive in and act as interference, you just have a truck drive up. Weather. No gusts, unfortunately. Rally phase actions. So, I'll try to self-rally. I will get the self-rally and... Oh, man, what the heck is that? -1 for being... Or, sorry, +1 for being broken. -1 for being elite. And then +2 for Russian. So it's a 6. So I get a hero and they become fanatic. Okay, well, that's... range. It's such a wacky game. This is such a wacky game. This guy can't do anything. I'm going to try. The Commissar is going to rally that guy. Which kind of expected. I will try to repair. Wow, second broken one in a row? Friggin' hell. Okay. Poles will try to rally a squad. They won't get it. Go to prep fire phase. I don't even think I have prep fire now because everybody's broken and out of the way. So I think I'm just going to go to movement phase. In the movement phase, what kind of damage can I do here? Let's see. I'm going to declare CX with the Commissar gang. Go to AA9. I don't think anybody can see him. Like, this guy might, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can't reach him. So they're there for 1. Bypass 2, bypass 3, bypass 4. These guys are DM. You know what? I'll just get in there for 5. I don't think I can bypass these guys. So they're just going to be like that for now. Yeah, okay. Stack with the hero. We'll declare CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Seems to make the only sense for me. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about Molotovs, I'll be honest, but maybe I shouldn't. Okay. I'm going to try and turn these the tanks on so they don't blow themselves up as they start for 1. So start for 1. They're moving together, so 2, 3, 4. As I get there, this guy's going to try and Molotov. Because, honestly, there's no reason not to. What do we got here? Is there anything I'm missing on this? It's been a while since I used Molotov, so apologies in advance if I'm not using this correctly here. Molotov, 7.22. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not worried about elevation. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right here. Identical to A22611, except as blah, blah, blah. So they got to do a Molotov check. Okay, so they have to try for a Molotov. They don't get Molotov. Never mind. Does that count as... A squad which makes a Molotov check may not fire any other... Yeah, so I think it counts as a support weapon use type idea. So he doesn't have Molotovs, so it doesn't work. Which then means that these guys just get to kind of drive up. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and then stop for 9. No reason not to. This becomes revealed. I would have technically seen it in T8, so now they can't really use this road, so they're kind of just stuck there. Oops. So this goes on that guy. This goes on that guy. These armored cars will start up for 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6. He will try for Molotovs. He will get Molotovs. So you make the armored check. It's pre-designated against the AFE. So 2 kill on Molotov. Table. That's probably not going to work. Molotov is a 6. I did not get a 6. So that failed. Let's see. Just trying to check if there's any other modifiers, because I can't imagine there's any. If Molotov check is not successful, it's not the case. There's no armor modification. However, the AFE's basic to kill is modified by +2 for an open top, or 1 for CE. It's neither. Yeah. So yeah, nothing happens. So he's used his thing for the moment. They're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They'll spot this roadblock at 18, and then we'll turn once more for 19 in motion. And then I'm just going to have to drive through here and at least get around these roadblocks. Maybe I'll get the lockdown this area. These guys are actually going to have to leave this building since I can't hold it anymore. Or, not that I can't hold it, but I need to rush over here. Turning into kind of a crazy game, to be honest. This tank is going to try and start. They do not blow up their engines, which is nice. Yeah, okay, so they start for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll probably be it. And then they'll stop for 6 and then nothing. I just need these guys to kind of cover their asses and try to blow this guy away. This tank does not blow its engine up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I'm gonna make sure I'm remembering this correctly. I'm pretty sure VBM is doubled, not quadruple. I'm thinking quadruple is if it's rear or backwards. double, yeah, double that a hex non-obstacle. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I'm going to stop for 19. Stop for 19 in Y3. Defensive fire phase. I don't think I have any, to be honest. There's not really any point to go upstairs in any of the buildings, because then you're just kind of caught out. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me to do. Advanced firing phase. It's going to be interesting here. I could take shots with some of these guys, but that'll be double quartered, so it'd be like 2 up 3. It's not really worth it. The trucks don't do anything anymore. These guys, like, I guess I could take a shot against somebody else. It would be doubled halved. What am I looking at here? So 6, 8, 12. I could do 12 up 4. You know what? For shits and giggles, I'll shoot the top guy. Yeah, no. Cool. That's pretty much it. Flames on this side. 1, 2, 3. I get none of them. I get another flame. Flames over on the right. 1, 2, 3. I get none of them. I get another flame. Pretty sure I'm doing this right. That is it for defensive. No preps. Mark. Routes. So these guys have to route. 2, 4. 2, 4. I think that's it for routes. Yep. Advances. In the advance phase, I can only really move... Well, yeah, I can technically do this for 3, which will DM that guy. These guys will go to BB7. BB7. Actually, I feel like I can probably threaten. I can't move around as much. That's the problem. 1, 2, 4. Actually, bypass and then 4, and then yeah, it's the same effect. Yeah, I'll go to BB7. No CC. We go to turn 3 for the poles. Yeah. Weather, no change. Turn 3, poles get some reinforcements here, so they get a singular die. 4, you add turn number, which is 3. For a 7, they get their dang volunteers again. So they get a half squad. Oh, I also forgot. These guys are gonna, they're gonna swap LMG place around. This guy will get a 2-2 whatever half squad. 227. And now for the fun shenanigans of rallies. I get 1 self rally, so I'm gonna make it be this 6 morale guy, which I will get. I can pick up the MMG again, which is nice. Try to rally. I will also get a squad over there. Kind of a bummer that happened that way, but not much else I can really do. These guys retain their DM status. Same. These guys do not. Pretty sure that's it. Prep fire phase. I'm going to try Molotov. I will not get Molotov a second time. I'm probably going to have to pull that guy out at this point. Unless I want to keep trying Molotovs, but that seems like a bad idea. Excuse me. Is there anything else in the prep fire phase? I could try for a 6. I'm gonna try for a 6 up 2. 9 on 6. Pretty sure it's not even a pin test check. No. That was like the one shot I can give myself. Now I really gotta pull them back. Anybody else? No. I can't really move this guy, so because I need to keep them in check. I'll probably move them in the advanced phase. Yeah, there's not much else I can really do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to movement phase. Movement phase, I'm gonna declare CX on the stack with DC and the leader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I can advance into X2 and maybe bust that guy up. This green squad's going to declare CX. 1, 2, 5, 4, 5. Squad with a DC will go 1, 2, 4. Green squad will assault move to R8. Actually, I don't need to. They will get in there for 2, and then I will roll once and pick up the. I will spend a movement point and pick up that MMG. Green squad will go to 07 for 1, and then 3 into P6. That's pretty much it for all my moves. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, tank in Y9 will take a shot. Won't be a hit. But I do get rate. Or, sorry, not rate. I do get acquisition is what I mean. Tank in U7 is going to turn its turret once and take a shot at S7. It's got a bunch of positives, so no other shot there. Tank in U8 is going to shoot at the guy adjacent to him. It's a +4 down 2. So 11 down to 9, so no effect. I did get rate. That will be a hit. No rate, unfortunately, but oof. 3 on 5 is a 2 morale check. They are pinned, which, sure, okay. Sniper does not activate. I did not get a second rate of fire. I will take the opportunity for an 8 up 3, which won't have any effect because he's already pinned, so I can't pin him a second time. Is there anybody else? Oh, 76mm gun. No effect. But I do get acquisition. And that is pretty much it. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess. Do I go against this stack? It's a +4 on 6, 12, 14. 14 up 4. No. I can't imagine a 13 on 14 exists. It does not. That'll be it, I think, for all the stuff. Advanced fire phase, I mean, I can't imagine. I don't think I'd have any. No. No advanced fire phase. We'll do spreading fire again. So I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. None. We'll get an extra flame. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I not roll a single 11 or higher? Like, unless I'm insane and I'm doing it wrong, which might be the case. Blaze may spread to any adjacent. Yeah, yeah. Make a dice roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If a burnable terrain. Yeah, yeah. One spreading fire has the greatest chance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yada yada yada. Woods and orchards, fires at ground level are considered to spread at ground level. Blah 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 blah. Spreading fire is modified by AC winds. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, it's really just like in order to become a blaze, I'm pretty sure you have to get their kindling number. Like, I'm pretty sure you have to get their kindling number rather than their spread. And unfortunately, an orchard seems to be the hardest thing in the world outside of a cactus patch and olive grove to spread, so, or to kindle. So they just, yeah, nothing happens. Can't roll an 11 or 12 to save my life here. Well, save my life. I don't think it really, don't know who it would really affect here. Routes. So in the route phase, there's only this guy to route, and I can't route him towards W5, or at least I'm pretty sure I can't route through W5. So the only real option is to go to Y5, I think. Try to get rallied, and then survive or whatever. Advances. In the advance phase, gonna have these CX guys go over to X2. Gonna split this stack up. So 227 is gonna go to Z4. 457 is gonna go to X5. X7 will go to X6. Can't follow, so that just stays there. The MMG can't go to S8 without CXing, and I don't want to do that. This guy in the open is going to go to T5. This guy can stay there. That guy can stay there, I guess. I don't have a better spot for him, unfortunately. Guy with the DC is going to go to W4, so he's not completely hindered by smoke. And I can try to go against this tank if anything happens. And I think that's it. No CC, we go to Russian turn 4 here. Weather, gusts. Now this is actually a problem. Gusts allows all terrain blazes to automatically spread towards burnable terrain in the direction of the wind. In addition, at least one terrain blaze currently in effect will spread 2 hexes. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, see, if I had actual flame anywhere else. So there's 3 blazes and a flame in DD2, burnable terrain. Yeah, honestly, the only thing that happens is there's another flame counter in each of these hexes because they're not they spread to burnable terrain, or you know, they can only, because it's a vehicle, they can only spread it into their own terrain. So there's just more flames in those 2 hexes. Whereas if there was already a blaze in the orchard, it could have spread to W6, V4, could have spread to V6 or W7, all sorts of locations, and it could potentially, if I'd already had a blaze in a building, it could have potentially collapsed any of these. And I believe if you collapse, I think it's possible for an entire building to collapse if one of them does. So, anyways, missed out on a little bit of fun there, which is unfortunate. Yo, I can't believe someday when my life has passed me by. Let's report this guy. Cool. Okay, so rally phase for the turn. No smoke can be in effect, which I don't think is going to matter. I've only got one rally for the Russians. I don't get it. There is one rally for the Poles. They didn't get it either. This guy goes up. DM will come off. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that can really be done here. I inadvertently created an entire wall of dudes too that I can't walk around either, and I'm only noticing this now. So that'll probably cost me the game actually, because I didn't really realize I was locking out that entire area. Is there anything else for me to do in rally phase? No. Cool. I'm gonna have to get really lucky here. So, speaking of, let's do all these tank stuff and see what we get. These guys don't have any shots. So, tank in U7 against S7. Nope. Tank in U8 against adjacent. Also a no. Tank in Y3 against that stack. It's a +4 down 1, so no. I don't think I got rate on anybody. Nope. No, I need to move. Can I get anywhere? If I go to... Yeah, I might have one play to make. Maybe. Just put that there. Yeah, I might have one play to make, and that's it. Okay, movement phase. In the movement phase, these guys lose their CX. They will pay 2 and then 4 to get to BB5. It will flip this guy. These tanks will attempt to start their engines. They do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This guy flips. These guys are in motion. These guys are in motion. Forgot to bring that over. Enter value, yada. You get to lose that. 1, 2, 4. Might actually be 5 because there is a vehicle. There's a wreck. So 5. 8, 9, 10. Gonna try for Molotov. Doesn't get it. Man, if that's kind of crazy. 11, 12, 13. He's gonna try for Molotov. Gets it. No effect. MMG will shoot at the rear guy. It should be a hit no matter what. No effect. No rate. Oh, no, wait. I do get rate. I will shoot again. Actually, I can't shoot again because it's in motion. But I would turn, so he gets a shot to kill nothing. He still has rate. They're at 13. 14, he'll take another shot. Nope. Because there's a +2, and he doesn't get close stuff. So that'll be it for him. They're at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. He'll try for Molotov. Doesn't get it. And then they will stop for 19. They will stop for 19 and hope they can get something here. Is there anything else? Yeah. So the last thing I can do here, Commissar stack, the bigly monster gross stack here. They are going to assault move to Z5, and then in that assault move, I will shoot a 4 up 3. Nope. I didn't really have any other shots. I can do a 4 up 3. Nope. This guy redms, and yeah. Defensive fire phase. I don't have anything I can do. Yeah, I really don't have anything else I can do. Molotov against the rear guy. Doesn't get it. Advanced firing phase. What can I do here? Half squad's not important because he's broken. So I'm going to shoot at the guy adjacent. I think I've been saying a 14 up 3. 8 on 14s, at least a morale check of some sort. 8 on 14 is a 1 morale check, and I'm pretty sure that guy passed in flying colors. Yep. Doesn't even... Wow, okay. Well, that's kind of it. I mean, I can do 5 up 2. No. Because a hero is a -1. That's pretty much it. Routes. Or, sorry, I gotta do flames and stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. 6. Okay, I got a terrain blaze now. So these can all go away because they don't matter anymore. The gust automatically spreading, I believe, only counts in the weather phase when it first comes up. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure you can't turn a blaze or flame into a blaze and then have that blaze auto spread. I don't think it's possible because one or the other. Over on this side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still can't get... okay, I will get another flame. That's kind of crazy. Routes. Okay, so... this guy can go upstairs. Gonna do the easy ones here. He can go upstairs. He cannot go upstairs and cannot go anywhere and is thus eliminated for failure to route. He cannot become a prisoner because he's not adjacent to anybody who can take him prisoner. This guy over here in Y5 can technically go upstairs. I was going to say he would be eliminated, but he can technically go upstairs. And I might as well take the leader with him, because why not? Acquisition's going to go upstairs. Yeah. I think that's it for routes advances. Just going to stick a big ol' stack. next to those two guys. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I tried. I don't think I tried. Because that's not their move phase. So yeah, the squad will attempt Molotov. He's CX, so he misses. And then the SMC, I might as well. No, also will miss. So it didn't matter. Cool. That's it for advances. CC, we got 1 CC out of this entire thing so far, which is kind of crazy. Considering it is ambush chance, so Russian Poles. The Poles will get an ambush, and I will try a 1-to-1 down 1 against the 237. I won't get it. And then it's a 8, 10, 11. So 5-to-1. 5-to-1 goes up to, or goes down to 4-to-1. And I get a +1 for being ambushed. I will still kill it. Barely, but I'll take it. That's it for turn 4 Russians. Got one more turn of movement here. I have 1 Hail Mary, essentially. And if I don't get it, that's it. Rally phase, or sorry, weather, no change. Rallies. There is a self-rally I can attempt. Or a green squad I won't use. I should have turned this guy's turret around, but at this point, whatever. Because I would have done this. I mean, honestly, I'll just do it anyways, because that doesn't really make sense to... The only thing you can see is U5 and V4, and there's nothing there. So, yeah. I'm just going to try. Didn't get it. He'll keep DM. I wouldn't have gotten this guy anyways, so don't feel bad. Rally? No. Cool. Prep fire. Well, T5 Molotov? No. Damn it. That's true. I don't get like a free placement anymore because movement. Although, no, it will count as them being open. Damn. I might have to just... Yeah, I might have to... I think I'll risk it anyways. Or actually, no. Why would I bother? I'm just going to move those guys. I don't need them to defend the... Because what's the... no, I do technically have to protect the road here. Although I do have these guys, so yeah. Molotov against the upper guy. I do get Molotov. I don't get a result. I have not... Yeah, that's crazy. Normally I get... I'm surprised I have not rolled low on effect die rolls on that. Yeah, I don't know if I have any other prep fires. I'll try a 4-up-3 for fun. Nope. But I don't think I have anything else. Movement phase. I'm going to have Squadron X6 is going to assault move to X5. Although I guess technically I don't have to do that, but whatever. We'll just do it anyways. Guy with the MMG will move to Q7 for 1. I'll shoot coaxial for 4 down 2. Why am I getting all the low rolls on these dumb shots? 3 on 4, 2 morale check. Damn it. Okay, well, I needed to get a move out of that guy and potentially shoot these in the Russian turn and whatever, but not gonna happen. I only shot his machine gun, so I'll try to remember that. Green squad will go 1 to P5 and then, or sorry, 2 to P5 and then 3 to Q5. Nobody can see him, so he's fine. This guy no longer, the insurance policy no longer valid there. 2 into S8 and then 3 into T8. I'll try to advance and maybe do something in CC. And that's kind of it. Oh, these guys lose CX. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave them in. I really can't do anything else. I guess I could have opportunity fired, but whatever. Defensive fire phase. I will take a shot upstairs because why not? That's 12. No, sorry, it's 10. Up to. Pretty sure it's just a pin test check. 9 doesn't. Yeah, I need an 11 if I wanted it. All right. So that doesn't happen. I'll just mark them. Whatever. Bigly stack in Z4 is going to fire at W4 for a 14 up 3. 9 on 14 should be at least a normal. It is a normal. They break. That's not a good sign. That's really not good. Okay. Tank in U7 is going to shoot adjacent. It doesn't have the modifiers, but it is a +4 down 2, etc. So it will hit. 5 on 5 is a 1 check. He breaks. I'll have the other tank do a follow-up shot. Nope, breaks his gun. Which, you know what, if he's just going to be turned into paste anyways. He'll shoot machine guns. 8 up 3. No. Cool. Oh, you know what? I should have done that. 6 up 3. 7 on 6 is a normal. That's disgusting. Okay. I forgot about that armored car for some reason. The gun on T4 is going to shoot adjacent. Nope. +4 for 13. No way. But I do get. That's CX goes away. Tank in Y3 shoots. It is a +4 down 2. So, yeah, it's a +2 overall. Oh, no, wait, no, it's a -3 because of distance. I don't know why I was thinking it wasn't. Yeah, so that'll hit by the skin of its teeth. 10 on 14 is pin test check, which is not what I want. I will re-DM those guys, but pin, nope. Okay. Advanced fire phase. None. I don't think I have any. I really don't think I have any. Yeah. No, I don't think I have any. This blaze automatically spreads downwind. So what I should have been getting for a long time now is these. Over here, 1, 2, yay, none of the rest matters now. Cool. Doesn't help me, but cool nonetheless. Routes. Take off prep defensive here. So this guy can't route, so he has to route through W3 to V2. And then I guess to U2 for 6. Seems to make the most sense. This guy just dies because he can't go anywhere. Although, more correctly, I believe he becomes prisoners, and I'm going to reject prisoners at this point. This guy gets to route down. This guy has to route 2-5, I guess. Don't think there's anything else. Advances. So in the advance phase, I'm going to have one squad go to Y5. Shoot, do I want the leader to stay up there? No. I'm not going to risk it. And then, oh boy. These guys in X2 will go to X3. I know it puts them right in the line of fire, but I need to prevent these guys from moving. Because if anybody can get into this building, essentially, if I can get, if these guys CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I can't bypass. Yeah, no, I'd have to 1, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Yeah, I think I can only do it with this stack. Because bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, technically there's a way for me. There is a way for me to bypass 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 6. So if I can get a squad to survive and one of these guys to make it here, there is technically a chance. Yeah. But it requires a lot of luck, which I think I'm out. This guy will go there for fun. Oh, task check. Doesn't make it. He's pinned in the open, which isn't going to matter. Is there any other advances to do? This guy needs to go there. This guy might as well try. Gets it. But yeah, otherwise, I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. I think that's it. CCs. There is one CC active. There's no ambush or anything. It is straight against the vehicle. They are inexperienced because they are greens. There's a -1 to the CCV of 5, so 4. And there's nothing else realistically here, I don't think. It's not in motion. Has a usable MG/IFE 50mm. It's not open top. Yeah, so it's just doesn't work. And then this will be a 6-4, so 3-2. That will get a kill. Wow. Okay. Well, rip that guy. That was a mistake. Well, yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily a mistake. Not great. I think I'll leave it at that. That maybe that will become a mistake, but either way. Because I guess I feel like I could have only gone to U5. And then how do I translate U5 into V4, V3? Like, I'm not really preventing entrance anywhere. And these two vehicles being here is a real big annoyance. Which I might as well just delete this because I don't think I'm moving that guy anymore. Weather. No change. Rallies. What do I got for rallies here that I can do? That guy can't rally, so his DM goes away. That goes away. this goes away. Can't rally that guy either. So repair. Okay. I've been very lucky on tank guns repairing. Not so much them breaking, though. Prep fire. Oh, you know what? That is something I could have done. You can follow if the stack splits. And there's literally no reason not to do that. Okay, well... This guy has no target. I might as well turn him one and shoot. I'm going to be kicking myself forever over that. That is a hit. And rate. No effect. Sniper doesn't activate. And then I break the gun. So that'll go away. Tank in Y3. We'll shoot at bottom floor. Okay. So 76 millimeter is 14 firepower. It doubles to a 28, and then we minus the 3, so that's a 6 on 28, which is a K4. Okay. Random selection. Squad takes the K. 4 morale check on the leader. He breaks, and the squad also breaks. That is kind of insane. I don't have rate of fire with this guy possible, which is unfortunate. I don't care for the acquisition there anymore because both of them are broken. So I'm going to shoot 8 up 3. Okay, well, I will break the... Oh, no, wait. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Well, whatever. I will break... not hull, CMG, because the other's an anti-aircraft, I think, and I can't use it, so it would just been 4. So I just messed up my calculation there. Okay, that solves a problem. Not really all my problems, but it solves a problem. Are there any other prep fires for me to do? Not really. No. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can do one kind of cheesy thing here, and that'll probably determine game. So, excuse me. I'm going to have in movement phase. These guys are in motion. So 1, 2, 4, and then 5, 6, or sorry, they were at 5, that'll be 7, 8. I'm going to then unbutton them, and because the tanks don't matter in this circumstance still, they will both attempt to chuck smoke. So vehicular smoke. Where's my vehicle smoke? Come on. Where is smoke? Vehicle smoke dispensers. Okay, vehicular smoke grenades. That's what I'm looking for here. If they are CE, I need a 2 or less. Wait, closed top AFE must be a CE. A usage I have 1 is this removed for by an armed but unarmored vehicle. Or button up open top AFE, or a 2 or less from a CE AFE. Cool. So X4 doesn't get it. Y4 does get it. So I get smoke grenade in Y4. Nothing happens if you aren't successful. But I'm pretty sure you only get one attempt. Okay. So then, so the really cheesy thing I could try here, because I only have spent 8, is I could try and just drive these tanks into these buildings. You could probably do, oh, you know what I could do? Yeah, I could sleaze freeze, and they'd be locked out. That's stupid and shitty, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to declare them stopped, and then that'll be it. So, the only important part here, we'll declare CX from Z4. I will go to Z3 for 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I'll go to Z3 for, I guess technically I don't need a CX. Because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll get in here for advance. Yeah. I don't need a CX. I'll go to Z3 for 2. I won't shoot. I will then go to Y3. And I will take a shot with X5 first. It's a +3 down 1. So it's a 4 up 2. No. Then I will take a shot with X3. It is an 8 flat. And that might be game. So that's first fired. They get into X2 for 5. I will take a subsequent. And then they get the W2 for 6. And then that'll be game because I get to V2. And then if the objective is to be believed, I don't need to be in both buildings. I can just be in one of them with 2 armed good order non-crew squad equivalents. I still don't like how that's written. That should really just say, like, either have the and or have it be both. Yeah. Don't say each contain. Say contains whatever. Yeah. So then then it doesn't matter. I get to advance in that. So it really comes down to a very lucky critical hit, and which I guess would have been even worse if I'd hit this with a critical. Because if I'd hit X3 with a critical, I don't think there's any way for me to get any success. Because I would just go the longer way and have the smoke plus distance. Which, yeah, like he would have still been full power shot, but yeah, would have been really, 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 really tough. Rudin, I am winning. Unless you mean which side, and if you mean which side, it would be the Russians. So this scenario involves getting access into City Hall, which is building 51U3, which is the one that I just entered, or getting into the military headquarters, which is building M2, which is on the left side. And as long as it just says, so I'm gonna read this again verbatim, just because I'm annoyed at it. The Russians win at game end of any game turn if City Hall and or military headquarters each contain 2 or more armed good order Russian non-crew squad equivalents. So depending on how you read it, only one building is necessary. So I'll play it that way because I don't see an errata anywhere, or I didn't see an errata anywhere that not necessarily confirmed but clarified. And yeah, then like I said, advance. It's the end of a game turn, or I guess technically not player turn. It's game turn. Well, what can I do here that would satisfy this? So I get into this building. So they're there for 6. These guys have shot. There's residual in these 2 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can just do 1, 2, 3, 4. If these guys are stopped, would I do anything with these 2 tanks? Not really. I mean, I could start them. Do I blow their engine up? No. Start them, turn, straighten out gun. You'd eventually go here, turn around. I'll just do this. Stop them. It isn't player turn, so I guess technically. And then that's it for all of the movement. Defensive fire is done. Advanced fire phase. This clones goes here, and I gotta make another clone. These guys, 1, 2. Stone building. I'm pretty sure kindling is 9 on stone building. 8? Wow. Okay, so this becomes a blaze. Not that it matters, but that's it for this. Pretty sure I checked. Did I check for rally? I didn't check for rally. Check this guy for rally. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of all the movement I can do or that I care about. And like I said, after all is said and done, routes, like these guys can technically go upstairs and maybe I'll be able to rally this entire stack, maybe. Advances, because nobody else needs to route, do this. And then no CC, we go to rally phase, or we go to last turn, essentially. Which I really don't think it's going to make much of a difference. No wind change. No wind change. Rally phase, I can... This guy DMs, so I don't... He's the only guy I can get an effect out of, so I might as well try to rally him. Okay. Wow. Okay, so he's broken, not inexperienced, and an allied miner, so it's a +3 total. Goes to a 7, so I don't get a hero, but he does battle harden. Oops. Which is kind of insane that I got that. Leader over here will try self rally, doesn't get it, so that whole stack's kind of just dead in the water. Russians have nothing to try and rally. I will try to repair, and I will try to repair. No. Cool. Prep fire. 4 up 3. Nope. Nope. Definitely not. 4 up 3. These guys have to technically move to try and, yeah, try and break those guys. Actually, that's not true. Because good order, yeah, I could get into a melee. That would be annoying. Okay, well, that's the only reasonable option I have, to be honest. Yeah, because nobody else is going to be able to move and affect them. So that's it for prep. Movement. X3 guys in there are going to assault move to W3. I'm going to have the stack in X2 shoot at them as a 10 up 1. Okay, 4 on 10. 3 morale check. Leader breaks and squad also breaks. Sniper doesn't activate. That'll be game, I think. If I CX him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although I'm kind of like less worried about that, if anything. I'd rather kill the elite guy. Probably should have planted the DC, but even if I did that, it would have still been Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would have been worthwhile anyways. Because that's just a free shot against them. This guy can't go anywhere because Blaze blocks and he can't get around, or at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys are 4s. Yeah, I think I'll try to blast them. Okay. It's a something up to 6 on, what is that, 28? So K4. Yeah, he's yeah. So that didn't happen. Those guys broke. There's only this guy. I'm not gonna bother. Defensive. These guys will take their massive firepower of 14, and who do I try to pop? I'm gonna try and pop the elite. Okay. Random selection. Okay. Cool. Advanced fire phase. I'm going to try with the greens. Nope. A bunch of blazes and stuff would happen. I'm not going to bother with it. Routes. This guy gets eliminated. Because he could technically route to W4. He routes to W4 and then goes upstairs. I think is technically the legal path he can do. These guys would do the exact same thing. They'll go down, then realize they can't stay there, and then go upstairs. That's pretty much it that matters anyways. I need to try and prevent good order, so we'll do this. CC. Oops. So CC, it'll be Poles, then Russians. The Russians don't have anybody that is lax or anything, I don't think. No, they don't have any lax. They don't have any elites. Or any stealthies, I should say. The Poles are lax because of the green and the RCX. Even just the CX brings it to an ambush. So the Russians are 3-2, down 2. Or I could do 2-1 against the greens. And then a 1-1 or 3-2 ambush. Okay, I'm gonna try this because this is kind of silly. So the 3-2 down 1. No. I needed an extra minus, I believe. And then the 2. If I had rolled, it would have still been 3-2. And it would have been down 2. Still wouldn't have been enough. Yeah, and then the 2 squads against the green squad would be down 2 on a 2-1. That would be a kill. So I will revise my statement because it's game turn and not player turn. The Poles win, but only because they get to force not good order through melee. Which, I mean, that's kind of silly. To have to go through all that distance and then good order, like melee is what gets you, is kind of sucky. Well, yeah, if... what's the balance? Russian balance has changed 2 4 4 7s for 4 5 8s, which is fine. I don't think they. Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge change, so I could see that being fine. Poles is exchanged 2 4 3 7s for 4 5 7s, which is kind of the same thing. Like, it's not a huge change. The range is really nice, though, I will say. Go from 6 to 10 on doubling, which is nice. But yeah. Oh, forget? Did I forget turn 4's reinforcements? I might have. I'm gonna roll it just for fun. I don't know if it's because I kept getting the same guy over and over. Turn 4, 8. It would have been literally the same 2 2 7s. And then, do I have another good leader? Well, technically I do. But that wouldn't have mattered anyways, because those guys blew up. And they didn't have any super good rolls. Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered. Well, in all, pretty interesting scenario. It is fairly even on the archive, or at least the old version is definitely balanced, or at least definitely looks balanced considering Roar's data, which I believe was like 35-35, something along those lines. Cocktails for Molotov. What do we got here? Yeah, so if it's the old version or FRF 27, Roar has it as an even 34-33, which is about as even as you can get given odd numbers. Scenario Archive gives it a 13-5 in the Polish favor. What else? What do we have here for archive reviews here? Hero won the game, breaking a bunch of Russians. Barely blocked Russian infantry from gaining entry. User roadblocks wisely. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really seem to be too expansive on how people have it. What else do we have here? The MMP version, Roar data is 7-4, and then it's 6-4 on Snare Archive with 2 draws. What do we got here? Russians started well, determined push on the east flank, use tanks, cut off my units, prevent them from retreating. Green troops, movement 3, movement factors really slowed them down. Did manage to destroy a tank with a DC. City Hall, Howard 2 resources coming is miraculous. Destruction of 2 squads, Rainer being locked in melee, yeah. Determined thrust on City Hall, help with VBM freezes, which sucks. People shouldn't play against people who VBM freeze. Man, playing this with VBM freeze and skulking, that sucks shit. I would not want to play that. Solo, Polish win, many main armor breakdowns. I didn't use Molotovs against people. I probably should have done that a couple times. Okay, someone in 2023 had the same problem I did. Pet peeve and or. Are the VC and or? In this scenario, the distinction is a big deal. Surely, if only one building is required, or is sufficient even if both are occupied. If both are required, or is not applicable. And that's the same criticism I have, is if you have to get both buildings, woof. I do not really know how you get both buildings as the Russians outside of, you know, if you have a truck on each of these bridges going a different way for each of them, and then, you know, you have your tanks essentially provide cover while the trucks just like sneak around as much as possible. I don't know. It's some of these guys got in by turn 4, which I think makes sense. I got delayed a lot because I had broken guys everywhere. But outside of that, yeah, I think maybe the Russian balance might help. It seems like at the end of the day, the Polish win slightly more than the Russians. So maybe they do need help with the balance in this case to get slightly better squads that'll survive morale checks as they run towards the victory buildings. Outside of that, it's a fine scenario. I think I got just really lucky with the Poles as the first push came in, which really blocked, just like everybody broke, which is just a real big headache, which is unfortunate. And then yeah, I just kind of I don't even know if I'd say I ran out of steam. The Poles just got really unlucky as the Soviets got in, and if it was player turn, I would have won. But game turn, yeah, I think game turn being the thing here. I'm gonna double check. Is there when it says game turn? Is there a distinction? It should be game turn, 2-player turns. Yeah, there you go. So I would have had to survive this last thing, and the only thing that stopped that was the melee. So basically, if I hadn't self-rallied, if I hadn't gotten a miracle rally at the last turn, I would not have won. Because no matter what, I was going to take a shot at somebody for moving. And maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe I should have shot at the first guy that moved, obliterated him, and then the next guy that wants to move is still getting just the +2 instead of +3 and all that. So maybe that was the more decisive move I should have taken. Either way, fun enough. I think the only problem I have with this map is, or with this scenario, is that it kind of feels like you abandon a big portion of the map right away. But that's also how I played it. So maybe there's somebody out there that's making more, that's putting in more work and more effort into getting success with trucks to get up real close and then kind of cinch it. I guess really, like, that's another thing to think about. I could have probably had all my trucks come in on this side and go around, because that's not too much bad terrain. And then it's kind of a straight, not really a straight shot, but yeah, I can see if the trucks get, you take advantage of a bad position or whatever, trucks could just go around, and then if you're dropping on turn 2 and I2, hell yeah, that's you're in this building on turn 3 at least, and that's just really, really, really strong if that's the case. But yeah, anyways, fun enough. Hopefully people enjoyed it. Monday should be back with Rob, and that we'll get very, very close to the end of our Norway experience. It should be just one, maybe one more after that with them. No, I'm not going to do this one, I think, because that one's a crazy one. Yeah, so there's probably going to be one more scenario before, quote-unquote, actual Battle of France, which is, I believe, is supposed to start on the 10th of May. But technically, we're after... yeah, after that, we're in the fight for Europe. We're back in Western Europe territory with, or at least mainland Europe is probably how I should term it. Do I have them? Yeah, AP-149. So we're gonna play Lions and Tin Men, and then after that, we're into Western or France / Benelux. So hope to see people on Monday, and hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye.